Okay, so last time we did Shah Bas now enough. Last time we did about the various phrases or various stages into which we have divided the development of religious systems. Okay, and we talked about the medieval time. Now we divided it into four stages. Firstly, from 800 to 1200 AD in the north and south. These were the two phases. Then the third was we divided in uh, the Delhi Sultanate period, and then the fourth was the Mughal period. Clear? And we are gradually seeing what all changes happened and what religious enlightenment these people got. So when we talked of northern India during 800 to 1200 AD, we came to know the two terms Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Okay? The group was, there were two sect of people, Shaivas and Vaishnavas. They were the believers of Shiva and the believers of Vishnu. Then during this time, we saw the coming of the Alvars and Nayanars from the south spreading these two religions. Religions they believe. And again, I would say the Alvars were the believers of Vishnu and Nayanars were the believers of Shiva, the followers of Shiva. Clear? Then we talked of during the same time in South, the Alvars and Nayanars were very popular. They were the two believers, one of the Shiva, the other of Vishnu. We also come to know in the southern India that there was a belief that Vishnu's incarnation, that means there were nearly 10 avatars or incarnations which the people believed and prayed. Yeah. Next, we talked of the various bhakti margas which could lead to moksha. That means the various paths which could lead to the soul getting united with one God. Clear? And getting rid of the cycle of birth and rebirth. Clear? We also talked of various saints such as Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, and Madhava. Clear? Shankaracharya, he was the believer that God is unique. Clear? Ramanuja, he gave the bhakti mark, but he also said that the bhakti could be through love and devotion. Whereas Shankaracharya said God could only be attained through knowledge. If you are educated, if you are knowledgeable, if you have wisdom, then you can be closer to God. Clear? This was Shankaracharya. Then Ramanuja said you can attain closeness to God through your love and devotion. Then came Madhava, who said that soul and Supreme Creator are two different, and it is the soul which unites with God after attaining Bhakti Marga and Moksha. Clear? Is this much clear to what we did yesterday? Now we move on to the third one, development of religious system under the Delhi Sultanate, that is from 1206 to 1526, the first battle of Panipat between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. Yes. And after this battle, which kingdom began? It was the Mughal kingdom. The Mughal Empire began. Yes, good. So now let us see when the Turkish people came, when the Islam came along with them, let's see what changes India saw during the medieval period. Backbones are straight. Till now, everything is clear. If you give your 100% attention here, your half work is done. Because I make it sure I explain every line before I move. तो अगर ध्यान दोगे तो घर जाके कुछ पूछना नहीं पड़ेगा किसी से. Okay? So here we go. With Turkish rule, Islam also came to India. The main principles of Islam were the following. Number one, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. That means with the coming of Islam, they also proclaimed that there is one God. They named that God as their belief. They called him Allah. And they said that the first prophet or the first person or saint to have spread the word of Allah, the word of God, is Muhammad. Clear? Now, if we see the Hindu mythology, they also believe in God. They call him the creator. They name him as Ishwar. Clear? They call him the supreme. Clear? They say that through Vishnu and Shiva, the various avatars, they came as a saint and prophet. Clear? Clear? So basically, every religion believes in one constant fact, that there is one God. Ek hi Ishwar hai. We call him by different names, according to the belief what we are brought up as. For that matter, let me tell you what religion is. Dharma kya hai? It's nothing. I tell you, it's nothing. It is for you. For you, what is the dharma? Maybe I call myself Hindu. Maybe you call yourself Muslim. Maybe she calls herself Christian. Maybe the other person calls himself as a Sikh. But what is religion? Let me tell you nothing. I define religion as when you were in the laps of your mother and you opened your eyes. Whatever religion your mother was is your religion. Imagine yourself. You were born in a Hindu family, but supposing, let me not say you, supposing I was an orphan, supposing I was an orphan, and I was held by maybe a Christian mother or a Christian person who had brought me up. What religion would I have had? Kya religion hota mera? Christianity. So it is simply the belief of a person under whom you have been brought up. Isn't it? आज की डेट में जब तुम आंख खोलते हो सोचते हो कि मैं किस रिलीजन का हूं. It is what your mother's religion is, or the person who brought you up, isn't it? Otherwise, तुम्हें धर्म, you are not a priest, you are not a purohit, you are not a person to be really working for a, giving sermons. You are not that, isn't it? Your religion is doing right conduct, being honest, loving your parents. At this stage, I'm talking. What else do you do? Which religion teaches you to go and kill that person? Did anyone teach you? Did your mom tell you go and steal this from your friend? Did she? No. So, all the good things that we do is religion. Dharma hai. Or religion ka koi definition nahi hai, You won't find God if you go to the temple only. I can find God here. I can find God when I'm talking to you and being nice to you. जिस चीज के मुझे पैसे मिल रहे हैं, if I'm honest with that, that means I'm closer to God, isn't it? जिस चीज के लिए आपको यहाँ आपके parents ने भेजा है, if you are studying, your parents are sent here to study, not to kill each other, not to hurt each other, not to stab each other, है ना? They have sent you here for education, and if you are doing it with honesty, you are following a religion. धर्म क्या है? सही राह चलना is the धर्म. There is no other definition of धर्म. सही राह चलना वही धर्म. And if you see any religion, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Sikh, none of them tell you to do a wrong way. Each religion teaches you to do the correct thing, right? Each religion teaches you that you should do the right conduct, right speech, right action. सब सिखाता है ना सारे religions, ठीक है ना? Supposing I'm a Christian, चलो मुझे नहीं पता तुम्हारे religion के बारे में. I'm a Hindu, नहीं पता मुझे तुम्हारे religion के बारे में. लेकिन इतना तो पता है ना कि मेरा religion कहता है सही काम करो. तुमने उससे पूछा भाई तुम्हारा religion क्या? उसने बताया ये है. तुमने कहा अच्छा तुम्हारा religion क्या कहता है? वो भी यही आंसर देगा कि कहता है सब सही करो. Isn't it? So the key word of when we discuss religion is right. Do everything that is right, and that is called religion. समझे? आज जो दुनिया politicians और आपस में सब लड़े मरे जा रहे हैं ना, आज तुम्हें क्रक्स पता है religion क्या है? To be right. Religion उससे और कुछ बड़ा नहीं. Even if you go and pray to God or you worship him in any form, आप पूजा कर आओ और आप यहाँ आकर के अपने ही दोस्त के संग चीट करो. Is it good? Do you think God will not punish you? Do you think you are doing a right karma? No. आप कितना भी पूजा पाठ कर लो, लेकिन अगर आप अच्छे इंसान नहीं हो, right kind of a person नहीं हो, that means all that is useless. You are giving a bad name to your religion. You know, your religion is nothing but you to the eyes where you opened when you were born. जहां जिनकी लैब्स में तुमने खोली आंखें, उन्हीं का रिलीजन है आपका रिलीजन. समझे आप? रिलीजन उससे बड़ी चीजें नहीं है. रिलीजन आप वेद और कुरान और बाइबल और गीता और ये सब पढ़ने से नहीं आता. यू कैन फ्लिक ओवर द पेजेस. फ्लिक तो इसके भी कॉपीज के भी पेजेस करते हो ना, एग्जाम होता है उसमें देख लेते हो कितना पता चला तुमको, कितना याद है. तो डू यू थिंक व्हेन यू रीड द होली बुक्स डू यू रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग? नो. द क्रक्स ऑफ एवरी होली बुक इज do right conduct, speak nicely, be honest, follow the right way. So without emphasizing too much on religion, now is the concept clear? हम सबका रिलीजन एक ही है, बेसिकली एक ही है, क्योंकि हम सबके पेरेंट्स ने हमको यही कहा है कि सही रास्ते पे चलो. Whether it be you, whether it be you, whether it be you, isn't it? Whether it be you, सबके पेरेंट्स ने यही कहा है ना, सही रास्ते पे चलो. किसी की मम्मी ने ये तो नहीं कहा कि बेटा आज बेटा जाना टिफिन उसका चुरा के खा लेना, आज मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था मैंने चिकन बनाया, बेटा तुम मुन्नू का टिफिन चुरा लेना. सिखाया किसी की मम्मा ने भेजा ऐसे? Nobody teaches you to be wrong. Especially your loved ones will never teach you to be wrong. So your religion is your belief in right conduct. Okay. So when you all grow up, be healthy citizens of India. ठीक है ना? Be healthy citizens of India, because today our country needs this. We don't need Hindus, we don't need Muslims, we don't need Christians, we don't need Sikh, we don't need any other religion. We need the right conduct religion. If you are right, you need not be scared of which religion you belong to. ठीक है ना? और right की definition आत्मा दे देती है. When you are cheating somebody, जब तुमने उसका चुप्पे से कोई चीज ली होती है, किसी को पता नहीं चले, तुमको पता होता है ना कि I did this wrong, पता होता है ना, because you can't lie to yourself, and that is the soul that you talk to कि अरे यार मैंने गलती की थी. That is the inner soul that you talk to, and soul is what? A part, अंश of God. God जिसको हमने अलग अलग नाम दिए हुए, अपने religion के हिसाब से नाम दिए हुए, but the concept still remains the same, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes or no? Come on. And किसी भी religion के हो, आप सबने भी yes बोला. मैंने किसी का भी religion नहीं पूछा. And all of you belong to different religion. Your teacher belongs to maybe a certain religion. But here we are not discussing my religion, your religion, your religion. No. We are talking of the right conduct, which is a religion for everyone. If we are not following a right conduct, do you think I'm a good Hindu if I do this? Wrong? No. I'm giving a bad name to my religion. I should be called as a bad human being irrespective of my religion, because no religion teaches us to be wrong. No religion teaches us hatred. No religion teaches us to kill each other. Okay? So next time when you meet a bad person, try to mend that bad person. Try to mend him through your goodness. Don't tag him that, okay, you belong to this religion, that's why you are bad. You belong to that religion, oh, that's why you're doing this. It is not because of the religion, it is because of the individual being that we are good or bad, and we are categorized. So here comes the end on the lecture of this religion word. Now, are you all more aware and more happy to know the bigger concept with a small little meaning of a religion? Right conduct, okay, is the meaning of a religion. Okay, so here we go. The second point says Muslims must pray 5 times a day. Now, when these Turkish people came, they had their own rules and regulations. They had their own way of worshipping. They called the supreme power as Allah. Then they had 5 times in a day they should pray. and they wanted that every follower in this belief of Islam should pray 5 times a day. And that's a very good concept if you see. In the whole busy day, how many times do we sit and thank him for what he has done? Very less. Very less. So, इन्होंने कहा है 5 बार. But we can often and on thank him. We should not be bounded by time. जिस समय ईश्वर की अच्छाइयों का ध्यान आए. Sitting right here getting education. Many see the poor children on the streets. Many of them don't get this chance. You should thank him right now. Isn't it? And this is the good point which this religion says, that 5 times you should pray at least. This gives you time to go to. इन्होंने ये law बनाया, but don't you think this is a good law that at least once you are told, जब तक आपको आफत नहीं करो आप पढ़ते तो हो नहीं, है ना? तो अगर कोई चीज का एक written law बना दो तो at least अपना time निकाल के आप वो 5 times करोगे, isn't it? So this is good. Next. Muslims must give alms to the poor and needy. Now, if you see, every religion does that. They told here, but don't you think every religion teaches you to be kind to poor, to be kind to animals, to be giving and forgiving? You should give and forgive. You should not carry hatred. Every religion teaches it. So it was with the coming of Muslims, these points were highlighted. And don't you think every other religion does the same? And then we are fighting today from each other. My religion superior, your religion inferior. Is it leading us anywhere? No, it is exhausting our good energy for this stupid talk. ईश्वर तो ऊपर बैठा है, वो आपको तभी मिलेगा जब आप सही काम करोगे. इसके अलावा मिलेगा ही नहीं. आप चाहे यहाँ आपस में लड़ मर लो. So it is better to do the sahi kaam, isn't it? Next, Muslims must observe fast during the holy month of Ramzan. Now, Ramzan is a very pious month, which is a very prayerful month, nearly of 30 days. And if you happen to have any Muslim friend of yours, you will see that they fast from daybreak. That means early first ray of light when it breaks out. Before that, they start their fast till the last, till the dusk is reached. Okay? And they do not eat or drink anything. Now, if you see this, is it not similar? What they do in 30 days, the Christians do as what is called Lent. Have you heard of the term Lent? They fast for 40 days from morning till night without eating, without having water. And they also do it in the early break and dusk time. Now, if you talk of Hindus, they also have the Navaratris in the summers also, in the winters also. 9 days fasting. Then they have various Shivaratri, Maharatris and all these where they fast on those days. So this fasting basically is a body healing process. हर religion ने अपने अपने हिसाब से वो days रख लिए और उन पे work करें. Don't you think every religion is united with the same thought, because God तो एक ही है. उनकी पूजा आप ऐसे करो चाहे ऐसे करो, right? चाहे ऐसे करो चाहे ऐसे करो, चाहे ऐसे करो चाहे वैसे करो. पूजा से मतलब है, ये वर्ड हिंदू है तो पूजा, इबादत है तो मुस्लिम. But basically हम कर क्या रहे हैं? We are talking to him. We are uniting with him through our knowledge, love, devotion, wisdom, and right conduct. Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. वैसे तुम सबको बता दूं, मैंने रमजान के रोजे भी रखे हैं. I had one auntie of mine. She was a Muslim. मैंने रमजान के रोजे भी रखे हैं पूरे 30 days. पूरे 30 days. मैंने क्रिश्चियंस के लेंट भी रखे हैं पूरे 40 days. और मैं सारे नवरात्र भी रखती हूँ. Why? Because it's a body healing process, and to be a good human being, you don't need anything. मुझे किसी का टैगलाइन नहीं चाहिए कि मैं किस रिलीजन की. मैं सड़क पर आपको परेशान देखूंगी, आपकी भी मदद करूंगी. मैं सड़क पर अपने बच्चे को परेशान देखूंगी, उसकी भी मदद करूंगी. मैं किसी अनजान को भी देखूंगी, उसकी भी मदद करूंगी. that matter, आप सबको मेरा रिलीजन पता होगा मन में, because I'm putting on a बिंदी and a सिंदूर, okay? But अभी सड़क पर मेरे संग कोई एक्सीडेंट हो जाए, will my Muslim students come and help me out? Will they? They will. Will my Christian students come and help me out? And will my other religion of mine, will they also come and help me? तब तो ये नहीं सोचोगे अरे पड़ी रहने दो बुढ़िया को, ये तो हमारे रिलीजन की नहीं. Will you do that? No. Why? Because basically हमारी अंदर जो है ना, that tells us what kind of a person we are. If our soul is a helping soul, if our heart is a kind heart, we are of a good religion. That's it. Okay? And this is what they are saying. उसको rigid बनाया है आम लोगों ने. अभी मैं तुम लोगों से आफत करूंगी, नहीं बेटा तुमको यहाँ एंटर करते ही मंत्र जाप करना है, irrespective किस religion के. Now this is my main mentality, that I'm making you do a certain mantra even if you do not belong to that religion. That is called rigidity. And that is my mistake, not the religion's mistake. Do you get that? Do you get that? Indian, एक human being गलत हो सकता है, but religion गलत नहीं होता. वो religion is a thought process. धर्म की राह है वो. How can that be wrong? Okay? Muslims must make a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in a lifetime if they can afford. The pilgrimage is known as Hajj. Now, Hajj is a very pious journey. Hajj की यात्रा होती है from Makkah to Medina. I think that walking of all the way is called Hajj. And that is the time when you are closest to God, because you have left all your worldly pleasures. You experience what God experienced that time. And that is why it is very pious, very religious, very pure. Okay. Now, if you see in other religion also, Christians, they go to Israel, I think, Jerusalem, where the Jesus was born, Bethlehem. You must have heard of these terms. Hindus, they go to Vaishno Devi or to Kedarnath. Very obvious. We all have our own, but we have named them. We have our own gods and we name them. हमने नाम रख दिए हैं भाई, ठीक है ना? लेकिन नाम हमने इंसानों ने रखे, गॉड ने नहीं कहा था. If you cut me, you will get blood out of me. If I cut you, you will also have that red blood. Isn't it? So God has made us all one, all equal. We have demarcated all this. We have, ripened those ugly little thoughts in our minds, and we are, encouraging hatred among each other. Okay, आज बहुत बकबक की है मैंने. Anyways, in the beginning, both the Hindus and the Muslims were hostile and suspicious of each other, but living side by side for years together brought them nearer. Obviously, when two people of different thinking are brought together, तो कुछ तो अनबन होगी ना. आप कुछ सोचते हो, वो कुछ सोच के बड़ा हुआ है. आप जब संग में आओगे तो कुछ तो अनबन होगी. But when you live together, when you start living and adjusting together, these differences do not matter anymore. Isn't it? Do they matter? No, they don't. So this is what they're telling. In the beginning, there were clashes when the Muslims came to India, Islam came to India. But gradually all mingled. आज की date में, if you have a Muslim friend, if I have a Hindu friend, we all mingle together. We hardly ask कि कौन से religion के होते. We share our difference. We talk to each other, isn't it? So here it is. So they adjusted. But living side by side for years together brought them nearer. Slowly they started understanding. There was a slight change in the religious pattern. Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Jainism continued to be the religions of majority of the people. So since there were more Hindus, so that time Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Jainism, they gained a lot of popularity and were very common religions at that time. Clear? Then the reformers on both sides, Hindus and Muslims, brought the people closer to each other. Sufism among the Muslims and Bhakti movement among the Hindus broadened their religious outlook. So the time when the people, along with the religion, were making it more and more complex. It was this time that Sufism for Muslims and Bhakti movement for Hindus. These two patterns came with much changes, with very much good and positive approach for people to look forward and adopt. They The evils present at those times were eradicated when they talked of Sufism and Bhakti movement. They were simpler religions. They taught in simple language. They worked on both the different lines. But their principles of giving brotherhood, commonhood, and love and affection was just the same. Okay? How much time is left? So we stop here for today. We'll begin with the third part